Okay.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence. I'm your host, Miss Ronnie, where I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, we have a very special guest. His name is B. Greedy. B. Greedy.
Blessings, y'all. Yes, yes. Be greedy, y'all. Blessings, y'all.
All right, I'm glad that you're here. And so, what we're going to do is let you take over and tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Thank you very much. First of all, my name is B Greedy. That's the letter B spacebar GREEDY. You can find me at Apple, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, YouTube, everywhere. Anywhere you find Tupac or whoever you listen to, you can find me as well. Yeah, I'm 43 years old, you guys. I've been doing this for 24 years. Um, I love my music. So this is my life. This is all I live for. This is what I do. I stay dropping a hit, man. At least every week I stay dropping a hit. So you guys make sure you go subscribe to my channel. It's a bunch of videos down there. Uh, Man, just come on, you guys get to it and check me out. Check me
Okay.
out for real. Yep, I'm from Evanston, Illinois, born and raised from Evanston. Um, I grew up at church. That's how I got to the music. That church feel, gave me the music. Put it all in my system. So I'm here where I'm here where I'm at with it right now. And I appreciate you having me on your show too as well.
Oh, you're welcome. So, tell me, have you always been into the inspirational music, or did you like grow up and then grow into a more mature person and decided to change your style of music? How did you come about? How have you evolved? Or have you like always been on like the positive tip?
I always been on a positive tip. Well, when I first started, it wasn't really on a positive tip. Of course, I was always talking about some other, but I sure stayed positive because I was living with my grandmother. She didn't want me to cuss, you know what I mean, in the crib. So I'm down in the basement trying to rap and not cuss at the same time. So yeah, I try to stay positive with it. But right now I'm super positive with it. I try and come with something that these other artists aren't coming with. So I just try and be different than everybody. Everybody's doing the same thing right now. It's the same stuff going on. If you ain't talking about guns and pipe, this and that, then don't nobody want to hear it. It seems like that's rough, man. So it's hard for my type of music to make it.
How do you think that came about? Because I know even Kool Moe Dee, his rap was like the Wild Wild West. We was like
Yeah,
ooh, ooh,
yeah,
ooh. He said
yeah, yeah.
MF, So it's like that was the bad rap back in the
Yeah,
day until like
yeah,
NWA came along. But what
yeah.
do you think changed? Because it's like KRS-One, Chuck D, even
Hmm.
with all the foolishness that Flavor Flav had going on, he was still fight the power, fight the power.
Yeah,
You know
fight
what
the
I'm saying?
power
So
that be. Yep,
yeah,
yep, yep,
so
yep.
where do you think that the fork in the road came?
Violence. People likes violence. Likes people like the media. People like trouble. It seems like it's like women. They like bad boys, right? Women don't really care
No,
too much for good. Not all. I won't say
no.
all. I won't say all, but a lot of women go for a bad guy more than a good guy. You know what I'm saying? More than likely. And with me being a man in 43 years old, I could tell you, yeah, women they'll go for a bad guy over a good guy. But off the subject, back to the subject. I mean, I'm thinking violence. Violence excites things. So it's like I'm from Chicago. I'm from Evanston, Illinois, like I said. So in Chicago, you already know that's what started that drill music and stuff. Man, it is what it is. This is what it is now. If you're not talking about guns and killing and hurting somebody, most people don't want to hear it, and it's
I
sad.
think I think that, and I'm just thinking, and I could have the time periods wrong, but I think that after the Rodney King situation, things changed.
A little bit, not too much. I would say they
Now,
were
I mean
changing
for the
it in a
worst.
drug
I
way.
mean for the
Yeah.
worst.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. For the oh yeah, for the
I
worst.
mean
Oh
with
yeah.
with the music, because it seemed like after the Rodney King thing, it was like everybody was against the police, and a lot of rap music
Oh yeah,
evolved to
changed violence. Hmm.
from I think from that was one of the core things, because even after we saw what happened to Rodney King, we also
Mm-hmm.
saw that all the polices were acquitted, and all of the
Mm-hmm.
things that happened with the riots and the
Mm-hmm.
racial things, and then I felt like a lot of it can't start coming out in the music.
Mm-hmm. It did. It did. Oh, you know what? Who is cold? My man Paris. He's from. I think he's from Oakland too. His name is
Hmm.
Paris. Oh my God, cold. He got a album called Gorilla Funk. Oh my God, man. Now he was the one against fight the power against the police too. You got man, check him out. His name is Paris. Oh, he is cold. Cold. Lyrically inclined. He's good. He had a song with the Conscious Daughters. I don't know if you remember the Conscious Daughters. You remember
Hmm.
them? Yeah, he got a
Uh-huh.
song with them. Cold.
What was the song that
Woo!
they had? Funky
I
SG.
forgot. Funky.
Yeah.
Yep. Funky.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
I
one of
forgot
them.
about
One of
that.
them died, and I got a
For real?
chance to. Yeah, and I got a chance to meet. I used to live in the Oakland area, and I
Oh,
went
okay.
to the West Coast Hip Hop Awards there one year, and
Nice.
one of the sisters was actually there. I got a chance to meet a lot of people there. Um, the it was a good time. I had just moved there from Arkansas, and they was like, "Where are you from? Because you don't talk like us."
Country as
But I got a
hell.
chance. Yeah, I met
He said,
the one sister that was there, and Sugar T and
"You
West
met Sugar
Side
T?
Connection. Yeah, she cool. I got a chance to
Woo!
meet what is his name? Mac Dre mama.
Oh, Mac
Uh,
Dre. After he
his
passed.
mama. Yeah,
Yup.
his
After he
mama.
passed. Yup.
Yeah,
As he
she
passed
she
in
was there.
2003, I think.
Yeah,
He
well,
passed
she
in.
was there representing for him. So
That's
I got a
good.
chance to meet like all the West Coast legends. And when I say they,
Love it.
excuse me, are some cool people, they're really some cool people. And
Yes.
and even the ones that I didn't know when I was getting ready to leave, they was like, "Did you have a good time? Are you gonna come back?" Of course, I'm gonna come back. I
Did you
think
meet
this
DJ Quick?
past. No, I never met DJ Quick.
Okay. Okay. How
Never
about
met
Spice?
DJ Quick.
Spice One?
I think he was there, but
Uh
I
huh.
didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to meet him, but I did, and I got a chance to. I sat with Corrupt now, so I got a chance to meet
Ooh.
Corrupt and his. I don't know if it was his wife or his girlfriend, and like I said, West Acme. It was a good time.
Nice. Nice. Man, that's something I need in my life. And I can't wait. Oh my goodness.
Well, I went to the BET Awards one year, and
Woo!
and
Nice.
and but ended up not going because at my hotel I was just talking. You know how you just talk and meet people, and they was like, "How are you doing?" I was like, "I'm fine." Da da da. They was like, "Where you from?" "We're from Detroit." Da 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 da. I was like, "Okay," and they was like, "I wish you could go to our show." And I was like, "What show?" And they was like, "Well, you might not know us because you might be a little bit too young." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they was like, "Well, we're the Spinners." I was like, "I don't
Oh
know who
my
the Spinners
God.
are." I was like, I said, "Y'all sing Sadie." And they was like, "Yeah, you want to go to the show with us?" So I ended up going to the show with them instead of going to the BET Awards. And when I say I had a great time, I
Oh
had a
well shit.
great time.
Oh well then that all that counts then, man. That's all that counts. Okay. I want to give a shout out to my boy Trophy Boy. He from down there too. He from Arkansas. Trophy Boy. I don't know
Okay.
if you know him. You know
I
Trophy
don't
Boy?
know.
Okay,
No.
yeah, yeah. He from down there in Arkansas. He down there
But
right
I
now.
get,
They just did a big show down there. Somewhere in
okay.
Arkansas.
Okay.
But I think Little Rock somewhere.
Tell me a little bit about you said you've been in the industry for 23 years,
Yep, 24.
24 years.
I've been writing and
What
rapping, yes.
what do you think has been your biggest growth throughout the years?
Man, my biggest growth, I would have to say, being able to take constructive criticism.
Wait a minute. When did you learn to take constructive criticism? Because some people get mad. They'll tell
I'm
me
still
I'm
learning.
mean.
I'm still learning. But yeah, though, that's it. That's it. That constructive criticism with me because I'm so hard on myself. With me being a Libra, I'm very hard on myself. Like I'll be striving perfect perfection, you know? So when somebody criticized and they be like, "Oh man, you should have said something else," or you would, "Oh man, I used to get so upset." Right now, I've been
Well, don't
I've
look
been
at
getting a
that
lot
as
better.
criticism. That's not
Yeah.
criticism. That's enhancement.
Well, it could be enhancement, you know. I mean, yeah, it could be enhancement, but I feel like if somebody telling me that, you better be able to do this better than what I do. You know?
Well, but no, not necessarily, because you look at some songwriters. I'm going to use this because this is an example. Who is this? I interviewed a guy named Trevor Wesley. He look, major dude, blue check. But he was telling me about when he worked with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and how they don't necessarily have the best singing voices, but they know how to tell you what they want out of the song because they wrote it. So it don't necessarily have to be that they know better than you. Maybe they just a little bit more gifted in that area to see a bigger picture.
I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. But if I'm writing my music, like when I write my music, like I put my heart and soul in it. So therefore, yeah, it kind of take away when somebody be like, "Oh, well, that." But then you turn around and I'm in your car and you listening to NBA YoungBoy. Come on, like come on, dude is come on. See, I'm a lyricist. That's the thing about me.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But that's the thing about me. Or he listening to some stuff that's not that it kills me. It kills me, man. You know, when people do that, you know, they they had this much to say about you, but go and listen to somebody that sounds way worse than you do. They just on the radio. They just happen to make it. That's all. You know, because somebody knows somebody.
This is how I feel. I feel like everybody, you know, the world, I call it the big little world. It's a small world, but it's a big world. And there's always, to me, an audience for somebody. I don't know how big people want to be. When I first started, I started out with a number that I was comfortable with. And what I have found is once you start pulling everything together and they start tracking everything together, you're more successful than what you thought you were.
That's what's been happening to me lately too. Like this interview right here, this came out of nowhere, and this what's been happening. So that's good. So yes, I hear that, and I feel that. That's great.
Yeah. So I always feel like there's a audience for whatever it is you're doing. Even if one person feel like that it's not great, somebody else gonna compare it to what they do. Oh, that's this, and they're gonna look up to that person or want to work with that person. So I just feel like that it's not ever gonna be where you're not gonna have what you need, because there's always an audience for something that somebody do. I like heavy metal music, but a lot of that banging guitars and all that kind of stuff I can't deal with. But it's some people who like that and they can deal with that, and they have, those people have an audience. So I don't understand all the hateration that be going on when there's always an audience for somebody.
Man, so many people hate, and they do it purposely. It's because they not doing it. That's the reason why. And all you got to do is get up and do it, and stop hating on the next. You ain't got to talk about the next because you're not doing it. That's what a lot of it be about too. A lot of times, you know,
I don't worry about
because they not doing it.
I listen to Cat Williams.
Man, my thing is don't say nothing bad about me if you ain't doing it.
I don't care. Cat Williams say that haters make you greater, and that if you only have 12 haters, you need to figure out a way to get to 12 more.
12 more. Whoo, he said that the best. Yes, he did.
So hey, I'm cool with it.
Okay.
Love it or leave it. I'm still okay.
I know that's right. Blessings.
Yeah. So tell me about your latest single.
My last single is but it's called Another Day. It's just I just went off on it, man. I had my nephew make the beat, and I got the writing while he was making the beat at the same time, and I just went off on it and ended up naming it Another Day because I felt like it was another day. They're straight bars, you know. I try to give it bars. I said, I didn't really have a plot and plan for that song. I just kind of figured and went by ear and just wrote, and it came out to the way it is, and it's another day.
Okay, so
Yeah.
is that single? Um,
I just
one
dropped
that
it yesterday. I just dropped that yesterday. Another day.
okay.
That's my last single. That single. What single? Which one did you guys hear? Grind.
I think so.
God realize I'm not different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I made that. I put that out over a month ago. So
Okay.
and then
So that's
I put
pretty.
a song out right after that too. I put another song out last week with my daughter that my 12-year-old daughter too as well.
So I'm gonna ask you this question. I ask this question to independent artists all the time. What is the purpose of releasing a song every week? Because you have to put promotion behind it. When you
I
get
know.
ready to release, it's very important to do the pre-release. So how much time are you giving to pre-release, and what are you expecting to do with the song? What do you expect for it to do if you're going to
Norm,
release every week?
I pre-release. Normally I give it like a month or something. I just I pretty much I do everything. I do all my own. Can you hear me?
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do all my own stuff. So I with the pre-release and stuff, I go through DistroKid, and I normally I like 2 weeks or something, and I'll promote it for like 2 weeks straight before I release it.
Okay. So I'm
Hmm.
gonna ask you this question. I asked this man one time. He was actually drinking. That's one of the reasons why I like doing this. He was drinking out of the can. He was drinking it looked like a beer, I don't know. But he was
Uh huh.
drinking that, and I was like, he was telling me about the record that he was doing. And I
Uh
was
huh.
like, what else do you have? I said, what do you have in the can? And he was like, oh, I got lots more in the can, and went to rapping and telling me all kinds of stuff because he was from, I want to say he was from the UK. But I was like, no, I mean, literally, what do you have in the can? He thought,
Yeah.
what else
Yeah.
did I have to give him?
Give
And so
him.
this is why
Hmm.
I like doing this. But what else do you have in the can?
Oh my goodness. I got a bunch in the can. I got tons in the can.
Okay.
Yes,
Tell us
I got
about them.
tons in the can. I got a video. Actually got a video about to come out this week too.
Hmm.
Called Incognito, featuring one of my buddies called Official. So
Hmm.
cold song. Cold, very, very, very nice song. Pretty much I'm incognito with it. Pretty much you guys have to listen to it to kind of get your gist on it, on how you feel
Hmm.
about the song. But it's a very
Hmm.
nice song. So it's called Incognito. It'll be out this week though. So
Okay.
on every platform. Came from the studio yesterday making a new song too. One called Mr. Ruffin. So I got David Ruffin voice on there, and then I made a beat, built a beat around it.
Well, blah, blah, blah. Well, I thank you for coming. I want you to give
Thank you.
everybody your social media handle, the name of your latest single, and, and, and where they can find you, and anything else that you would want to tell them about Be Greedy.
All right, my latest single is Another Day. Y'all go check it out. My name is B Greedy, the letter B, spacebar Greedy. You can find me at Apple, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Deezer, everywhere. Everywhere. I'm on every platform. Hey, and I'm a lyricist. So if you guys want to hear some good music and some stuff to hit your heart and all that other good stuff, man, come on and subscribe to my channel. Thank y'all very much.
All
Blessings.
right. Y'all
Yeah.
heard him. You can also find us on all podcasting platforms, streaming live on social media on www.blonde-intelligence.com. And y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm kind of struggling there. All right. See you next week. Bye.
Blessings.
Hey girl,
Now.
let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Give it a check, girl.